What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chef's Table Podcast Uncut. I'm your host, Chef Chris Brown, or just Chris Brown, whatever you want to go by. I got my co-host here.
Lil John.
Oh, Lil, you add the Lil this one?
Hey, man, come on now.
Oh, okay. I thought it was John last episode.
Hey.
And we got a special guest, man. This person is a crazy story, a crazy backstory. You know, I've been following her backstory. Very interesting, and I was really, really excited to have her on for this purpose because you don't hear stories like this all the time. No further ado, I'd like to introduce our guest, Dominique, aka. She got a lot of AKAs.
Dominoes.
Hey.
Big Booty Judy. I don't know.
Okay.
Big Booty Judy. Okay, all right. Also, too, I just want to let you guys know this episode is sponsored by Dead Fresh Crew today, so that's why you're seeing us rocking the Dead Fresh Crew. Shout out to Snacks, shout out to Ears for hooking us up with some merch. They gave Dom like a nice show you little
They did.
Woo,
Hey,
yeah.
I love
yo.
them. Shout
Yeah,
out
we
to
love
them.
them too, man.
They're
so
awesome
thank
creators, awesome people.
very awesome.
For real.
Man, them
Yeah.
merch is everywhere, man. Who did you say you saw rocking it? Or you saw me?
Oh, like Quavo.
Yeah.
and,
I know Rick Ross has some gear.
Rick Ross. I forget who else. There's a lot of other people.
Yeah, a lot of art. Yeah, but thank you guys for sponsoring today's episode. You know we're huge fans. We got all the Gardena hats, all that stuff. So, well, I steal them from my wife, but she has them. So let's get into today's episode. How was your week, by the way?
Man, blessed.
Yeah,
Always.
you look tired. You been working a lot. You got it.
Hell yeah, I've been
Okay,
working,
all right,
working.
that's good, man. That's good.
No days off.
All right, our special guest right here.
Yes.
Don't be nervous. You nervous?
I am.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Man,
I don't even know why.
Yeah, it's okay. You probably need to drink some more.
What? Let me start.
Take another sip, yeah. Take another sip.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
All right, so we're here to kind of talk about your story, who you are,
Okay.
all that type of stuff. So this is your stage today. You're on the spotlight. This is all about you today. So I want to start off by asking, and you know, we got for people watching, we got some viewers that are in the restaurant industry, some who are not. So just kind of start off by telling us where you're from, a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Gardena. I grew up in Gardena. You want me to tell you if I'm
I like how people from Gardena, they say Gardena.
Gardena.
You can tell someone's not from
Were you
Gardena.
born
They say,
in
I'm from
Gardena?
Where the
Gardena.
grass is greener.
Okay.
Yeah. I grew up there. I have 3 siblings.
Okay.
A younger sister. She's the youngest. 2 brothers. I'm the oldest. I have 3 kids of my own. 2 boys and a girl. My daughter's the oldest. 10, 8, and 5.
Oh, so you busy.
Oh, I'm real busy.
10,
Especially
8, 5. Damn, that's
especially when you're
busy.
trying to be a good parent, like,
Yeah.
and provide
Mhm.
your kids with things that you didn't have,
Mhm.
or because you want them to be better than you.
Absolutely.
So I try to. It's a lot of sacrifice
Yeah.
you get when you want to do that. So definitely busy, school, sports, discipline, and leading.
Shout
trying
out
to
to
teach.
shout out to discipline because you know we're dealing with
Ain't
the
no
soft,
soft
we
parents.
different with the
Right.
we
Yeah,
dealing with the
soft
soft
parents.
generation. So shout out to discipline. Real quick, you know I've been following you a lot, you know, because I knew you were coming on the show, and you know I just want to first say I want to shout out that you're a super mom. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
Like
you.
I like I said, I've been following you a lot. I feel like you balance a lot, like with sports and taking kids here or there. And you know, I saw something you was watching something late night for sports uniform. I mean, just shout out to you because I don't think a lot of moms get the credit they deserve.
That's true.
You know, I think when dads do the basic things like, oh, they took the kid to the park, it's like praised by the world, praised by social media. But you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
this is stuff you do on a daily basis. So I just want to shout that out to you. You know,
Thank you.
I noticed
Thank
that you seem like an awesome mom and a lot of respect to you. So shout out to you
Thank
for that.
Holding
I
it
wonder
down.
what my kids is. No, I'm just kidding. They better take up with their
So, you know, basically this podcast is chef restaurant driven. You know, we have a lot of restaurant owners, a lot of chefs on the show. That's basically what we do. You know, I've been cooking for 15 years. I got a lot of experience. John has a lot of experience. So this is just a platform for chefs to really just talk about what they do because people don't know. They have no idea. And I really think if people really knew, they will sympathize more and that could be the difference between a business staying open and closing.
Right.
So
for sure.
Where do you come in? Because you don't have a culinary background. You didn't go to culinary school or anything. You don't have a cooking background, right?
I do not. I did not.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you owned and ran a restaurant, though, right?
I did.
Okay. Can I tell you how rare that is?
Can I tell you how hard that is?
Okay.
It's amazing, though. It's an amazing experience.
Okay. So tell us about the restaurant. Dive into it. Oh, we ready to listen.
Well, that's a different type of story. It's like, it's not just the restaurant. It's like I didn't just decide myself that I wanted to open a restaurant. That's not how that happened. I didn't decide myself that I wanted to be a chef. So I kind of fall differently from the people who started with a passion for it. I gained a passion through somebody else by being present, by being there, by supporting and in those kind of ways. And that's how I got into it. It wasn't a choice. It was a choice, but it just wasn't what I saw for myself.
You didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming.
Right.
Pause.
But when it...
Sorry, we tend to pause sometimes.
I love it. Yeah, so my uncle started it. He planted the seed for me. He was a respiratory therapist. He worked at Long Beach Memorial Hospital, and he cooks.
Okay.
But my family cooks.
Okay.
Like, my family is from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Okay.
So.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
I tried to give you the opportunity to say it a minute ago, but you didn't catch my little.
Okay. So for the viewers that's watching, before we started, I know she's from Gardena, but I'm like, man, she got like a southern, like that southern, that
yeah, we're trying to figure out where it was coming from.
Out right now, so we just we got that out. So thank you.
Yeah,
because it was killing me. I was like, man, she from the south.
I said, I ain't telling you. You gonna have to wait. Don't be cheating.
Yeah, she did say that.
So yeah, they're from Shreveport. So my family cooks. So my uncle, naturally cooks, and he would make lunches for the employees and sell them at work. And then that started booming. It started with, like, I think taco pie and gumbo or something initially. And then he wanted to expand that, so we started doing events. We did our first event at the Monte Cristo. We catered it. Before that, he wanted to come up with a name. We tried to come up with a name. That was different.
And during all this, you're helping out.
I'm there.
Right?
I'm there. Okay. Yep, I'm there.
Okay.
And so we ended up at the Monte Cristo. It was good. The feedback was great. So it was like, it just sparked more of a fire in him.
Okay.
So he went from there, blew up. We started doing events for Gardena because that's primarily where we from. So, you stick with your home, and the city really kind of specific people at the city supported that.
That's one thing I will say about Gardena. Like, anybody from Gardena or doing anything in Gardena, bro, that city shows up.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
And you don't get that from like a Torrance or I don't know, any Redondo,
right.
anywhere in the South Bay. I don't feel like they really support like that. Like, anything I do, man, my wife will post it, and like everybody from Gardena is showing up and supporting and stuff like that. So it just take a post.
Yep.
And once they see, so and so, because everybody from Gardena got nicknames. So once Big Booty Judy, once they post something, it's on.
It's on. Right.
Oh shit.
So yeah, we started doing events. Then it moved on to like the festivals in Long Beach. Then we started going to Vegas and doing things further out. So, and then when he invested, he got a food truck. And then that was easier. So now it wasn't like making the tents and popping up and
setting
up all
and
that stuff. Yeah. So now it's not, making food at home and, doing all that, wearing your own stuff down. Now it's like you got a kitchen on wheels.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, that was kind of iffy because when you start now, you wonder, you want to get a restaurant.
Yeah.
Right? A brick and mortar. But sometimes, in my own perspective and from what I've learned, is sometimes it is good to start off slow and get some on wheels because you can go to your money.
Mm-hmm.
You can travel to it. You know, you could do different events. It's a lot of resources out there. It's a lot of people to connect with. It's a lot of events. It's stuff I never even heard of until we started doing this.
Right.
It's wow. Food is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody love to eat.
Yeah.
So and everybody got to get hungry. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So we did that and moved on from the truck. And right before, or was it during COVID? Right before COVID, he decided he wanted to get a brick and mortar. I had a kid, so I had actually stopped helping for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was working till I was working with him till I was about 7 months. I hit my pregnancy.
All right, so I checked out Smhokin Pot. Smoking Pot, right?
Smoking Pot.
Smoking Pot. I like the Instagram. I love Smoking
Pot.
Pot. I was like, me too. Tell me about cause when you told me where your family is from, I'm assuming your Uncle Chef C is from that side, right?
Well, he was born here, but his parents, my grandmother and my grandfather. Yep.
Okay, because the food looked crazy.
It's fire.
What would you classify like Southern Cajun, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man, it looked fire. Like
exactly
everything looked fire. The grilled cheese.
The lobster gumbo.
Yeah, that looked crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all missing out.
Now, I want to ask, and I know this is a sensitive topic, but tell us a little bit about Chef C as far as like Smhokin Pot. Like because obviously he's not here with us anymore.
Right.
And he left. You took over the restaurant, and that's how you got here. When you say you basically were put in this position, you didn't choose it.
Right.
Yeah. So just I want to know more about like Chef C and his vision in the Smhokin Pot.
Okay. So my uncle actually, he created it. He started it. He was the cook. He was everything. And he just wanted a brick and mortar. He just wanted to cook. Mm-hmm. He didn't, I don't think initially starting it was really a vision. It was just like, I want to cook. And then when he realized people loved it, he was like, dang, I could do more with this.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I want to serve more people. And when people give you those compliments like, oh, your food is so good, oh my God, it like puts that fire under your hands. You know? Yeah. So then he got the food truck. He was pleased with that. Like, oh yeah, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
But then once you sit in that food truck so long and you done met so many people and made so many stops, it's like, all right, this ain't enough.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need more. Now I want what I initially thought I was going to get, but I was like, nah, Wheels is better. So why not have both? So
right.
Then we had a brick and mortar. We ended up with a brick and mortar and the food truck. Sorry, that's my phone. Okay. He's like a chill man, chill, cool, but very lively. Like if you go to a party, he the life of the party,
okay.
Right? But he not a loud I'm loud. He not loud, but he's a partier. He'll sit there and fall asleep with a drink in his hand. Song come
that's
on.
a vibe.
But guess that's what? He fall asleep, but he ain't missing the party though. He gonna wake back up. Like
right. Don't even mess with him.
20 times.
Let him be. Like he'll come back.
Like a cat.
Fade out a little bit.
He take a little cat nap. Yeah.
That's all good.
But he's a giver. He loving. He's helpful. He just awesome. When I was younger, he grew up in the household with me and my mom. He was in the house with us. He taught me how to drive. He got me my rental car, even though it looked like I was gonna crash it when I pulled off of prom. He didn't say nothing. I thought he was gonna be like, get out, never mind. Change my mind. He used to be a manager at Smart Final when he got out of high school. He played football for Gardena High.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Yep. Gardena alumni.
Yeah, man, y'all don't be playing when y'all
yeah.
Y'all from Gardena. Boy,
it's
man.
in the roots.
Right. Go deep.
Yeah, he became a manager for a Smart Final. And so when I was in junior high and when I went to high school, he bought me some candy. And I packed the candy and I sold it at school. And that's how I made my money. That's when I first became a hustler myself.
Damn, okay.
So,
Started selling
so I didn't
candy.
need no lunch money, no bus money. I made my own
so she
money.
wasn't getting them
But,
yellow and
you
black
know,
and yellow lunch tickets.
But I got that employee discount though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He gave me that.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, he planted a seed for me. And so I admire him. And he's loved by a lot of people because he's just cool. But like I said, he was a respiratory therapist, so he cared about people he served.
So for the viewers out there, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Food trucks, that is something that's definitely hard to be successful at, and to even obtain one and be successful and build a following is extremely hard. To have a brick and mortar, an actual physical restaurant is even harder. You know, if I had to say for every 1,000 people that graduate culinary school, I would say maybe 5 open up a restaurant. Mm-hmm. I personally don't know any people that I went to culinary school with that has a food truck or owns a restaurant. So, you know, shout out to Chef C for that, because I mean that's something that's very difficult to obtain.
So after your uncle passed away, I'm sure there was like a bunch of emotions you was going through just in your head. You probably had all these thoughts, probably think about what's gonna happen. Maybe you had some worries. Maybe you were kind of like stressing out a little bit. You know, I'm sure there was a lot of things going on. But after all that happened, you know, and then you were given that opportunity to like go like to the restaurant and be like, okay, now this is mine. Like, am I gonna take over? Like, am I gonna keep running this? It's like, is this? I'm sure it's gonna be like a challenge. Like, you don't have no background of cooking or nothing.
Yeah.
But like, you can't just let something like that go. There's no way, right?
No way.
You got to put your whole into it.
All of yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
So how did that go about?
Well, so I think when you lose people, you know, when it's abrupt, it's like you don't expect it, so it's a little different.
Kind of didn't feel real, right?
Right. It don't feel real. Sometimes I feel like you go into some people go into shock. I think that's kind of me. I didn't really have time to break down because it was too much damage control to do. He passed away from COVID. He caught COVID. He was in the hospital for about 2 weeks. He probably went to the hospital 5 days after he started feeling bad. And he ended up having pneumonia. And the pneumonia, along with the COVID, started to make everything else decline. And he didn't make it.
Sorry to hear that. Rest in peace.
I think it was a lot because you gotta, because I was his right hand at that time. So it was almost like, what do you do? How do you do it? You want to do it right. So in that day, it's like we had employees who love him, like still to this day, love the pot, right? And Smhokin Pot, that is. And
or both.
And so right. And so it was like, how do I tell them this? Because I'm the head. It's like he.
Oh, so you had to break the news to the staff.
I had to break the news to the staff. Wow. So it was like we in the hospital. He passed away that morning. Everybody, going to work, clocking in. It's like, how do I tell them this?
Yeah.
Do I close down for the day and tell them? Do I let them work? Do I tell them one at a time? Do I get them together, tell them in a group, that their leader is gone, And it's very rare to have a leader or a boss that, like, you love, like, you admire, you look up to, you like role going model, to work.
Yeah.
Like, we had some good employees, some good staff. We had good staff. But not only did we have good staff, we had a good leader.
Restaurant industry is kind of like a family too. Like,
yeah,
a lot of people don't know, man. We work in 10, 12-hour shifts. So, I mean, I see a lot of my cooks and my sous chefs more than I see my family. So we are kind of like a family. So death in the kitchen, it could really mess up things. It could send a wave of just.
I mean, like even breaking it to them, like finding to figure out how the right way to do it. Like,
yeah, I wasn't able to though, because somebody kind of intervened. My family all knew, like, don't say nothing. Like, let me figure out how to handle it. So we tried like not to post nothing
Yeah.
right away. Like it was like I told them like I gotta handle the pot first. Don't tell everybody because that's gonna make it harder. And so somebody else actually told it. Somebody else told it who the way they told it they shouldn't have. But whatever it is, what it is. So it was hard because he was still, and this is 10, this is a lot, but I'm going to just say it because I'm hearing this was real. But he was still legally married, but separated. He has a beautiful daughter. She's, I think she 11. Yeah, 11 years old. And, when it comes to the technicality of things, it wasn't in my favor. And if it was up to somebody else, they shut it down. We ended up, the next day we try to go to the store because I have access to everything, And while he was in the hospital, he told me what to do. So, I'm handling everything. I got codes, I got access, I got full, confirmation from him to do whatever.
Do you think he was almost setting it up for you to like just in case something happens?
We're God-fearing people.
Yeah.
So I think he believed he was gonna make it out. And I think that when he started feeling worse, he knew the possibility because he was gonna have to get put, like he was gonna need the oxygen, so they was gonna have to
put him on the ventilator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put him on a ventilator. So he was a respiratory therapist.
Oh, okay.
So he was having issues breathing. So he knew what being put on a ventilator could possibly do to him. He knew his own chances by experience because that was his field.
Yeah.
So
during COVID too, I just remember when people was on ventilators, that was always a bad sign.
It's a bad.
Yeah, when you hear someone got COVID to the point where they're in the hospital, then they start talking about ventilators. They usually passed away, from what I remember. Whenever I heard somebody on the ventilator,
for anyone though on a ventilator, it's like the chances are higher for you not to make it than they are for you to make it. So I think he knew that. So when that was coming, it was like, the communication started, and he told me, what to do. But he told me not, when he was giving me the information, it was like, don't worry, like I'm not telling you because something wrong, even though I know he knew something was wrong. But he was like, it's just for precaution. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say. And so, thank you. When he, we went to the store. We went to the store the next day to buy supplies, and the car was off. Then the next day, a couple days after that, the owners was coming like, we got a notice saying we got to close the doors. And it's no more business. Cancel the lease and close the doors. I'm like, what? Then after that, it was the Instagram disabled. The one we've been building on the social media is like almost everything for a business.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
Social
it's the new
media
website.
Exactly.
But
it's the new yellow pages.
Yeah, it's the way it's the best way to touch your people that's following you.
To stay, in communication and stay relevant.
Yeah.
Right. So it took time to build that, and it was shut down. Didn't have no access no more. It just wasn't there because somebody reported it. Then next thing you know, the city was saying something like, "Oh, you're operating illegally," and it's only one person who did that. And it's crazy because I was close to these people, close. And when it was a unit, I was the one who was there, volunteering my time, out of love. just because I want to see y'all be great. I want to see him be
course.
great. I want to see him do good, and if I can, I'm gonna do what I can. And I gave my free time up for that, and wholeheartedly, with no expectation, nothing in return, no expectation for nothing. So it wasn't a surprise, actually, but it was heartbreaking because I felt like they could have came to me. They should have talked to me because you know me. We still cool. Like we don't talk all the time, but we still as far as I know, we in a good standing. So it's like, hey, Damo, and I'm like a daughter to this man.
Right.
This man has told you that himself. This is
They
like my
know.
daughter, yeah. So for them to make those moves and say, well, I had to do it to protect myself, then I'm like, all right, well, I got to do what I got to do to protect myself and to protect my uncle's legacy. And that's what I did. So I moved forward on, taking the necessary steps to make Chef C's Smhokin Pot my own, which is Smhokin Pot. Because we all love Smhokin Pot, right?
Yes, we do. Amen.
Hell yeah, that's a.
So, for the time frame, so how long did Smhokin Pot stay open from when Chef C passed away up until the closure?
A year and a half. About a year and a half.
So you kept it open that long?
I kept it open that long.
Yo, shout out to
Woo,
you.
baby,
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Props on that.
I ain't got no collar, but
Pop that shit.
Pop that thing. Not trying to toot my own horn, but beat.
No, toot your horn because, man, I mean.
That was a lot.
Again, not culinary professionally trained, but she was trained by Chef C. So, I mean, a restaurant staying open a year and a half after the owner passed away is crazy. And we gotta congratulate that.
Thank you.
As far as Chef C not being there anymore, now it's you. How was your relationship with your staff? I mean, did people leave? Because like my biggest issue in the restaurant industry, staff come and go. They call out sick, and, no call, no show, coming to work drunk, coming to work high, messing up prep, food costs. Like, just kind of walk us through, like, how was the restaurant? Because I'm sure Chef C was respected, and we're not saying you're not respected.
Right.
Yeah, when you're a leader, it's like when your parents go out of town or go on a date, and the big brother, big sister watching you. I'm gonna do what I want to do because mom and dad ain't here, and I ain't got. I listen to you because you my older sibling, but I ain't gotta listen to you like that. Like, was it that type of vibe, or like kind of walk us through it, like put us in that restaurant after Chef C passed it to you?
It was amazing.
Was it?
Oh, good. I didn't expect that. Okay,
wow,
that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Tell us.
It was a lot of love, a lot
of support.
Ooh.
You want to take
y'all bringing out the waterworks.
Hold on.
Woo!
You want to shout them out? We can shout them
Man,
out. Okay, go ahead.
But I was about to. Hold on.
Let's go. Let's shout them out.
One of them here with me.
No.
Okay. Special thing over there. That's Nanny.
Okay.
What's up,
the camera can't see
Trisha
her.
Hurd, to be exact.
Yeah, she back there looking fly. You can't see her, but she looking fly.
Yeah. In everything, she's like a rock for me. But in that time, she had actually left and got another job somewhere else. And when he passed away, she was like, "I'm gonna quit."
Wow.
Because I know you need me. I know you need help.
Wow.
Damn.
And
And did she have her own family at the time?
She got her
bills?
her own everything.
Wow. Shout out to her. Shout out to Trish.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I can't make you sacrifice what you got to convenience me. I'm going to figure it out, But I appreciated that, so I thank you. Even though I know I said it, but I appreciate you. She know that, though. Jenny, Angel, Karina.
Jenny was Jenny.
Jenny ended up being like my head.
Okay.
Like what I was to my uncle in the restaurant. She wasn't all of that, but she was like, if I was 100% of that, she was 70% of that.
Okay, all right.
Right. So she stepped up a lot. Her brother Angel, man, they mama raised them good. They some good people, good employees. They cared about him. They cared about the business.
Right.
Some people don't care about like
They only care about that paycheck.
Yeah, the employees.
Exactly.
They don't care
No,
about the
they would-
success of the business. Yeah.
No, they give me ideas like, you want us to do this, Even though they drop the ball sometimes, they ain't perfect.
Right.
They drop the ball sometimes. Like, why didn't you tell me we needed sausage yesterday? but no, they were A1. Karina, my uncle friend Dev, he wasn't working there, but he volunteered a lot. Jake stepped up. He's still to this day, what you need, whatever you need. Little kid, just some minors. They were student employees.
Okay.
For a while he left though, but Tylen, Jenny, and Angel rocked with me till the wheels fell off.
Shout out to them.
The rest of them left.
Yeah.
They did their own
Yeah.
thing. But Jenny, Angel, Tylen went off to college. Kudos to him. His mama raised him well too.
He had a
But
really good
those
team.
were my go-tos. If I didn't have them, I couldn't have did it. I couldn't have did it without them.
That just goes to show, man. I mean, the impact Chef C,
Yeah,
the level of respect he had. I mean, even after his passing, he still had loyal, dedicated employees that was there to still carry on the legacy with Dominique.
Yeah, waters run deep.
It was
So
whatever I
sound like
needed,
right
whatever
there.
you want to do, whatever you want us to do, whatever you want to do. Even if it was, doing something after hours is over. Because when it was time to get out of there, they didn't want nothing from me. We here. You need us to move it. It's 4 a.m. We empty in the place. They ain't like. And when I did give them some money, when I got some money, when I ended up getting some money to give. They was like, we don't need that. No, you deserve that. And if I won the lotto, whatever list of people I got, they on my list.
They right there on the A1 list. So as far as your restaurant, like since now we're talking about all this with the Smhokin Pot, how was your clientele? Like customers, like you had regulars, you had people that came in, like were there other people that came from like different parts of
Before you answer this, though, as much as I need customers to support anything I do, y'all be wild sometimes.
Woo, baby.
Y'all be wild sometimes.
I ain't
man.
gonna be quiet about it.
Yeah. And I feel like she got something to say. So yeah, go ahead.
Ooh. So the customers, we had some great customers. We was love, but you got your regulars, the people you know by name. They almost become like family too.
Yeah, for sure.
To the point where they come in, you already know what they want.
Yeah,
And if
yeah.
they switch it up, you like,
okay.
You knew today.
See, we're not the only ones that experience that.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Like,
It's
you
funny.
fancy. Okay, spicing it up.
Yeah.
So,
Try something
but
different.
yeah, we had some good people. It was this one couple used to come down from San Diego to get the lobster mac and cheese. They get a pan of it.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
like,
saying,
we sat
yep.
in traffic, we coming. Or people who request you. We got a lot of requests after he passed away to come. But I showed up one day, the food truck. We had a event for, I think it was something for VH1 or something. I can't remember which one it was. And which station it was. But showed up to pick the truck up, it was gone.
What?
Oh, then people requested us. They was like, we don't want the people, we want you. We gonna hold the spot. Please let us know, please. People in Lake, Elsinore, like it's people everywhere requesting us. But so we had great customers. Even when he passed away, it was people who came in like bringing us stuff. Because the employees was looking out for me. They'd feed me, bring me oranges. I sit in the car a lot. They'd bring me oranges, water.
Damn.
Whatever, because I used to bring snacks for them, grapes and cake and, like stuff for them to snack on while they work. Talking about, don't be stealing from the kitchen. Y'all eat these snacks. No, but then the other customers. Man,
let's talk about the other customers.
I think people go to big chain restaurants and they think, honestly, to be honest, if I had a big chain restaurant, I wouldn't probably run it the way other chain restaurants do because I don't like it. Oh, keep it. We'll take it off your tab. No, baby. This is not a taste tester.
We not dissing no big chain restaurants like BJ's, Chili's,
Cheesecake Factory.
Outback Steakhouse, Cheesecake Factory. Oh, that's a trending restaurant right now. That's kind of crazy.
I got something to say about that. Don't hold it.
But I just want to let y'all know, y'all can't come over here and eat 3/4 of the food and talk about you don't want it and think it's gonna get taken off the bill. It don't work like that. So. Yeah, you big chain restaurants, man. Y'all ruin it for the small mom and pop ones because y'all just give everything away for free as opposed to us. We gotta pay for that regardless,
we'll just comp
whether
it.
we refund it or not. It's coming out it's already paid for.
Don't worry about it.
And I'm a firm believer that the customer is not always right. That's just me. They're not always right.
Not.
You can't. Being in a restaurant, you can't please everybody. You might think something is fire, and somebody might say this is the worst thing they ever had.
Because everybody's taste buds are different.
Yeah.
But one of my sons like peanut butter and jelly. The other one only want the peanut butter. It's textures, it's taste. Some people, when you give me my fries, I want extra seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like, them is salty. Well, you don't got to eat them. But
did you deal with that a lot? Like people complaining and try to return food?
We dealt with it for sure.
How did you handle it?
I think we would just use our better judgment.
Mm-hmm.
You use your better judgment. Because the customer is always right is not a motto we go by. Mm-hmm. And I don't knock another restaurant if they don't go by it either. But I think if we drop the ball, if our food is supposed to be one way and we serve it to you and it's not the way it's supposed to come, that's on us.
You gotta take responsibility.
I'm gonna take accountability for whatever the problem is, but if it's like, oh, I didn't like it, or oh, you ate all, I had a man bring back some gumbo, and what Brett did was eat all the gumbo out and then dump the rice in the gumbo, sat it overnight, and when you sit rice in liquid, it swells. So it looked oops.
Looked it.
That already the education, know what I'm saying? No, but when it swelled, so it looked like it was half full, but it really wasn't. I had a lady who, got some shrimp tacos. She peeled the shrimp out of the tacos, brought it back like, ain't no shrimp in here. Nah. I paid this for this. And it's like, ma'am, I just wrote. First of all, I already know this not possible because I can see where the shrimp was sitting.
Right.
Yeah.
Second of all, I just rolled the camera back. And I see how much shrimp they cook, and I see her putting it in a taco. Mm. People can get ignorant though.
They be getting creative.
I'm like,
they get creative on it.
Yeah, I sit the tray. She throw it at me. Boom.
Damn.
And then I'm all bleep, beep, beep, bleep, 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 bleep. Then what I think is what people should do different. Is people go back and they complain, like they go to social media and they start talking mess
like a
about
Yelp
you.
review or something
they
like a bad,
without giving you the opportunity to check the situation and fix it if it's a situation that's on us.
Yeah.
I always thought Yelp should be the last resort. Like if I go somewhere.
Yelp is a scam.
Yeah.
Yelp they are scammers.
Yelp is so bad. They actually try to charge people to take down bad reviews. It's crazy. People don't even know that.
They charge you to post your good reviews because I don't know if y'all know, but all reviews that you get don't actually post to Yelp, and they take some off and leave some on at their discretion because they really want you to pay them for whatever services they offer. They want you to pay. So let's say you start paying for services with them. If you stop paying, they mess with you.
Oh yeah, Yelp was on our payroll. Yelp, we was paying Yelp for years.
Yeah, so
because Yelp could tear you down or it could build you up, but it
bring
definitely
Yelp
tear
in
you
here.
Down.
Scheming.
Bring Yelp in here. Interview them.
Man, we bring Yelp in here, man. Furniture gonna be moving, man. Furniture's gonna be moving. me and Yelp squaring up.
Right.
Yeah,
so the food, the customers, you can have great customers, but you can have problems because there are people who want their money back. people who want more food and want to keep, or I did this, but they ate the food.
Yeah.
Food gone.
Or they want a pile of food at a cheap price.
At a cheap price, yeah. It's like, I want this, or what people also got a problem with is comparing your price to somebody else's price. Why does it cost this much? I could get this where you can go get it from there.
Go ahead, go over
that
there.
always kills me, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could also get a steak for $20 at Roadhouse, but if you go to Maestro's, you're not getting it for $20, right? So it's just the thought process of some people is a little, everybody ain't common sense ain't that common.
No.
Yeah.
Me personally, like, man, just being in the kitchen 24/7, it's really hard for me to go out to eat. My wife and I go out. We have our little places we like to go to, but for the most part, it's hard because I deal with food all day. I deal with food numbers all day, food costs. I don't want to go out and eat all the time. But I have my favorite spots. So we like to play this game, Good Cop, Bad Cop. We're going to ask you, tell us, some one of your favorite places to eat, one of the worst places you ever ate, and one of the most overrated.
All right, what's your favorite place that you like to eat? It could be in your city, it could be in the world, it could be
my favorite
just
place.
anywhere.
Damn,
people think it's burnt tortilla.
If you could just go, be like, this is what I want to eat right now.
Anywhere that serves.
Shout out to Gardena High.
Alumni. Anywhere that serves chips and salsa.
No, we want to direct.
No,
we want to.
Okay, listen.
Like,
not my favorite. Okay, look. The pan.
Your favorite.
Like, the pan.
Okay, the pan.
All purpose. All purpose.
You like that little parking lot?
I don't care what it. Listen, y'all be underrating. Y'all be underrating.
Shout out to the pan,
the
man.
holes in the wall.
Shout out to the pan, but it's
I
like,
love it.
hold on, you can only fit 4 smart cars or 2 regular cars. but shout out to the pan, man.
What do you?
And Oh My Burger.
Oh, shout out to Oh My Burger. Yeah, we just had Oh My Burger on here. Okay, all right.
I Oh My Burger
Brandon.
when I was pregnant with my daughter. Like, I had to have it. It's to the point where I was creating my own burger. They need to add me to the menu. Shout out. Brandon, let's go.
Shout out to Okay, so what we saying? We saying the pan and Oh My Burger. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
All right, if you guys never been there, they're both in Gardena. Go ahead and look their social medias up and check them out. So if Dominique is referring them, then we got to check it out. I've been to both. Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, then you good then. Okay.
But another thing I want to ask, like, when you go to these places, do you always get the same thing? Or do you try to get something different, or you try to baby, it don't matter what's there. Like,
I'm not her, so you might not want to take me out. Don't take me outside because I'm not ordering the same thing. I'm ordering everything.
Oh, okay.
Everything I see that I'm in the mood for. If it's 4 entrees, I'm ordering all 4.
Let's get it.
And I'm going. Yep. I'm gonna take I'm gonna take it to go if I don't finish.
Dominique, are you single? I'm just asking. Are you?
Oh my!
Are you single?
Shit.
It's getting hot. It's getting.
Is Dominique single?
I am.
Okay, so for those who are interested in taking her out, make sure it's on. It lands on payday because she said she's getting all 4 entrees.
She ordered all of it.
And
with the dessert.
And if you haven't been on social media, we can't take him to the Cheesecake Factory no more. So
but I'm holding out for a minute.
So if anybody sliding in the DMs, just make sure it's on payday.
I want their margaritas to taste like burnt tortillas though. They fine. They ain't too strong. They ain't too light.
All right, Dominique, worst place you ever ate. I'm not gonna put no pressure on you to say Gardena. It could be anywhere else because Gardena, they don't like to bash each other. So just give me the worst place you ever ate anywhere. Or you could take a shot.
The worst place I ever ate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where you ever never ate anywhere, you just feel like, damn, bro, I wasted my money.
Jim
I don't even care.
Dandies.
I'm like, I'm walking out.
Jim Dandies?
No. Is it Jim Dandies?
You talking about the fried chicken place?
Yes.
Oh, you tripping.
No,
Show's over.
Attack.
Show's over.
Heart attack.
You don't like them rolls that come with it?
Them fries, fries is boo-boo.
Show's over.
And I ain't trying. They gonna be busy regardless. They stay packed. They stay busy. They gonna stay open. So I ain't tarnishing their reputation. If y'all like it, I ain't gonna say I love it because you like it. But it's too greasy.
Mm.
Just like churches, all that. I don't really eat fast food
No,
like
I
that,
can't
but
do
that
this.
Nah,
fat,
yeah.
all that fat on it. No, where they buying their chicken
Man, you
from?
ain't
Right.
never took the chicken box with the grease and got a piece of white bread and rubbed it around the box and ate it? Oh, I don't know, maybe that's just me how I grew up.
For the grease?
Yes, man.
No.
Y'all tripping.
No,
Y'all didn't have
so
a good
this the
childhood
thing.
if y'all didn't do
So
that.
they skin, this the thing, they skin is good, right?
Mm.
The
Yeah.
skin of the chicken. But once I get the skin off, it's like
all
it's
oil.
still wet. It's still wet.
Pause.
Only it's only a few things supposed to be wet around here.
And that ain't one of them.
Bleep, bleep, bleep,
Bleep,
bleep.
bleep, 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 bleep.
All right. Now that you've already crossed, what's the best place? What's the worst place? What's the most overrated?
I think overrated is, I think can't nobody answer that question unless you just real ballsy and don't care.
It's a lot of big
Listen,
followers.
Yeah.
listen. So
popular,
this the thing. It's like you can't. It's like you don't want to knock somebody else's hustle,
Mhm.
right? You don't ever want to undermine somebody else's craft,
Yeah.
right? And so I might not like it, but somebody else might
Right.
love it. You know, so it might be not nothing to me, but it might be something to a group of other people because everybody taste buds, like we talked about earlier, is different. So my peers, I'm not gonna say like, you overrated,
Yeah.
you know, because honestly, I want all of them to see. I want everybody to like make it for
Right.
whoever your audience is, you know, or whatever audience you ain't reached that you potentially can, who would love what you got, your craft, whatever you got. But I will say to a big, you know, to a bigger name who I don't know you, y'all don't know him.
Yeah.
The Cheesecake Factory.
Dang.
Who
The Cheesecake
like?
Factory
Why
is
do y'all go
trending
there?
like crazy
Because
right now.
they only got cheesecake.
Uh-huh.
Bruh better not ever take me there. So whoever
Yeah,
you
they
was
food is
talking-
real mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wontons and the cheesecake. That's it.
Hold on a second.
Oh, and the brown bread.
No, I'm not. Hold on.
The
I'm
rye
not,
bread,
brown
yeah, the
bread.
brown bread with the butter.
Wait. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to start nothing. But John, didn't you work at the Cheesecake
did.
Factory?
I did
See, I'm in my petty bag.
I was a cook
today.
there, yeah.
I'm in
You
my
was?
petty bag.
I was a cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
the experience is good.
Yeah.
Wait, do y'all
No,
need-
but I would never work there again.
Are y'all good? Do y'all need to square up? Or?
No.
Oh,
No,
That's cool.
he ain't
okay,
taking me
alright.
there. I know.
Okay, okay.
No,
God, don't
no.
do it. Please
Okay.
don't do it.
Hey.
I got one more question to ask and we're gonna close out. You know, after hearing your story and everything you did, like, what are you most proud of about it? You know, just stepping in for Chef C and taking over Smhokin Pot for as long as you did. Like, is there a moment, or I don't know if you reached that moment yet, but is there a moment where you felt proud of yourself because you took on a lot? And as chefs, man, it doesn't matter great reviews or whatever. We're hard on ourselves. We don't ever pat ourselves on the back. Like, have you done that yet? Is there a moment you feel proud?
I think I battled with the proud. I battled with even like accepting it was mine for a long time. I wouldn't even say like, this is my restaurant. People would come in like, oh, like who had never seen it or been there. And it's like, oh, this is my uncle's. He not even here. Or when I would speak of him. I wouldn't speak as me doing
As
it.
you, yeah.
But I was the one doing it, right? And it was like, because I didn't want to take ownership of what he created.
Right.
You know, what he started. So it took me a long time. And I used to say, like, people who knew me, who motivated me, who supported me, or even the customers who came in and they'd be like, oh, you keeping it open, you doing a good job. And I'd be like, I'm trying. I would always say that, I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
And they say, and it was a couple of them like, you're not trying.
You're not trying.
You doing.
You doing it. Yeah.
You doing it. And it's another restaurant, Knick Knack, my friend, her name is Nikki. She was right next door to us. She played a big part in supporting me in accepting that it was my own, and working through the kinks and stuff. And I appreciate her too. She's been awesome.
Shout out to her.
me.
Shout out to Nikki.
her.
Okay.
But you know, I've said to myself, like, I'm proud of me. I know what I sacrificed. It's some people who like, you could have did this, you should have did that, or oh, that's his, or he did, or whatever. And at the end of the day, he would have wanted me to do exactly what I did. He knew I was gonna do exactly what I did, you know? So I gotta be proud of myself. Cause when I sit back and I look at everything I sacrificed and everything I put in, cause I gave up a lot of myself. I gave up a lot of myself. I gave up a lot of my finances. A restaurant is hard to maintain. That overhead is killer. You know, you gotta buy the food, inventory, what the food goes in. You gotta pay the water bill, the gas bill, the electric bill. You gotta pay the employees. You gotta have insurance. You gotta have all these different things. When something go wrong, the plumbing, you know, and then you got landlords who
just don't stop.
What?
Yeah,
they don't. It's raining in here, and you expect us to work like so. You know, in that, you do have to find time to give yourself credit for what you put into what had then became my own craft. I used to say, like, this wasn't my dream. Yeah, this wasn't what I wanted, you know? And then, so when it was time and it was getting hard for me, they like, let it go. People like, let it go, let it go. And it's like, no, I can't. Yeah. I got it. They don't know what it's like. This is on some real, like, TMI for me, even though I don't care. But, like, I was getting evicted. I was losing some stuff. I was about to be homeless with my kids if I didn't let it go. Damn. You know, it had got to the point where you robbing Peter to pay Paul. Yeah. You taking money from right here, putting it over here. You taking money from right here and putting it over here. And you just trying to stay afloat because you need those people to come in. You need the support from your community. You need the support from your peers. It's real odd to me the way that people in some people in the food industry don't support each other. You know, they won't even help you, like, if you need information, or it's like they won't give. Yeah, it's like, I'm not in competition with you, though. Yeah. You know, people eat out all the time. They're not going to go to your place every day. Right. So when they not going to your place and they looking for a certain kind of food, why not allow them to come over here? Because, you know, it's real shiesty. It is.
Dominique, it was a pleasure to have you, man. We definitely got to have you back because I feel like we got more to talk about.
Definitely more.
But we got a gift on behalf of the Chef Table Podcast Uncut.
Ooh. Okay.
We got a gift for you right here. Go ahead and open that up.
I get 2 gifts, y'all. Dead fresh, y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Oh, God. Am I going to cry?
I don't think you're going to cry.
Y'all know I'm hot.
Yeah.
Y'all know I'm hard, but I'm soft at the same time.
You have to wait.
Let me see. Should I rip it open? You're right. What is this? Oh.
I just want to say, you know, I'm sure Chef C is, like, extremely proud of you looking down. And I don't think he ever expected you to take over the restaurant like you did. And, you know, I want you to be proud of yourself. I don't want you to second guess that what you did wasn't extremely masterful. You know, I've been cooking for 15 years and I've never heard of anybody have your story. And, you
it's
know,
a beautiful story.
We talked about it all week. It's very, I don't get emotional a lot, but it's hard not to get emotional when we hear your story and, you know, a mother with 3 kids and everything that you sacrificed and, you know, opening up that you were almost homeless. Like, you know, we made that for you so to remind yourself that you did it. You should be proud of yourself. And anytime you second guess it, you look at that. And that's from the Chef Podcast family.
Thank you.
So, and we are very happy to have you on, and we hopefully we can have you back one day again. Follow up to see what you're doing, see if you're cooking.
Yeah,
with that Gardena twang.
It was a blessing.
Right.
It was a blessing.
She has him on the necklace she's holding.
Oh wow!
Oh, okay.
No way!
Oh, he's here with us. Okay, all right.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, these are his ashes.
Oh
wow,
okay.
that's amazing.
On here, and this is his ring.
So we should have had another mic for him. Yeah. You know he was here with us. That's dope.
That is awesome.
He here.
Yeah. Okay.
So I know Even if I ain't proud of myself, I know he proud of me.
Oh, he's definitely proud of
For
you.
sure.
We're proud of you.
I know
You know,
he proud.
and thanks for coming on. We
Yeah.
happy to have you. You know, it was,
Thank you.
this was kind of dope because we laughed, we cried, she cried, I
Yeah.
almost cried. So Dominique, man, your story is very awesome, man, and we're
Yeah.
excited for people to see and hear your story.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people are going to really be able to relate to you on a mother level, restaurant, all type of different levels. You're very unique. Your story is very unique, and it was an honor to have you on. And
Thank you.
Again, we're thankful that you came on, and we're excited to. I want to have her back
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm ready.
For sure.
Yeah.
Look, I was nervous at first. I ain't nervous now.
Yeah,
I'll probably
yeah.
be nervous again. I ain't gonna lie.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to episode 2 of
Yes,
Chef's Table
sir.
Podcast Uncut. I want to again shout out the sponsors, Dead Fresh Crew, for
Shout it
supplying
out.
the merch and the gear today.
Good looks.
And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
Yeah.